Good morning.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Jessup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
Okay, I'll do this again. Good morning, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day to you from all the gang here at Big Dog Country. WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup. This Thursday morning, 14th day of February. Butch Hubbard here with you along with Bob Morgan. World famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply in downtown Jessup, along with Women's Health Center in downtown Jessup, Wolf Animal Hospital on West Cherry Street, and by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Got your Wayne County gear on this morning. Did you plan that, or just happy the closest thing to the bed when you got up?
It's the first thing I find in the dark.
You know you can't cut the light switch on when you first wake up in the morning.
It's too bright. I tell people all the time I don't wake up till 9.
Yes, sir. And
9 o'clock I wake up.
Yeah. But he leaves here, goes back to his place, and gets ready for the day. Showers, gets ready for the day. That's when you wake up, right, Bob?
I'm ready for Friday. It's a long week.
Yeah, long week. When's the next Wayne County baseball game?
Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah, over in Hazelhurst.
Okay.
Taking on Jeff Davis and Jones in a doubleheader. Should be some good competition.
Oh, it's a little round robin tournament going there.
Yeah. Jones is coming in there. Play Jeff Davis at 11. We'll play Jones at 2, and then Jones will leave, and then we'll play Jeff Davis at 4:30. So three teams over there. So should be some good competition. Cool. Good JV game yesterday at Howard Bow. Congrats to the JV. Colt Brockington doing a good job. That JV team, they won in extra innings 6-5. So I understand it was a very good ball game. Okay. Extra innings went 9 innings, but they pulled it out in the end 6-5.
All right. Way to go, JV. Yeah. Good talent coming up for the varsity then for the next couple of years.
Brad Irati, the lefty, faced 12 batters, retired 12 batters, struck out quite a bit. So good performance by him.
Okay.
No, Joe had to be happy.
Yeah, Joe had to be happy. Proud daddy right there. Yeah. You're always a proud daddy when your son or daughter does great in some sort of event.
12 batters faced, 12 outs, so can't beat that. Can't do no better. Yeah,
can't beat it. No.
It's a good game. I said Colt Brockington doing a good job of that JV squad, though. I said, nice lot of talent.
What do you mean Colt Brockington?
He's the head coach.
He's the head coach.
Yeah,
okay.
He's the assistant on the varsity, but he's the JV head coach.
All right.
Yeah, but he started a couple of years ago in the program. Just a good guy, a good coach.
Good.
Kids seem to respond to him. Does a good job.
Colt's young, though, isn't he?
Yep. Yeah,
it seems like he was just a kid yesterday.
He was a player not long ago.
They didn't just grow up so fast. I think of Colt Brockington, I think of a kid, and he's already gone through, and now he's a coach. Jeez, teacher and all that kind of good stuff. Huh?
Doing a good job.
Wow. Time flies.
Time does fly.
Jeez.
We're just getting old, but that's what it is.
Yeah, I was talking to my son Matt yesterday about something, and I said I was stressed out about something, and I said I don't know when I've been this stressed. He said, "Dad, you're just getting old. That's the reason why you're getting stressed so quickly." I said, "Well, thanks, son." No, I can't handle stress like I could when I was younger. The older I get, the less I can handle it. You know.
But all the spring sports are in. I think the golfers they've started practice, but they don't have a match till next week. But tennis teams had their first match yesterday. Soccer teams are in action. Baseball teams are in action. Got 2 middle school baseball teams at JV. I do appreciate all the coaches getting us the information so we can have it on here every morning. So I appreciate the tennis team coaches getting that information to us. They had their first match yesterday. It's supposed to be held Tuesday, but the courts were wet, so they had it Wednesday against Pierce County. But appreciate them getting us that information. Some talented tennis kids out there as well. Austin Brown, Raymond Brown's boy.
A lot of good talent out there for tennis. Good. I'm depressed, Bob. I grabbed the wrong Yeti off my desk, and this is the water, and I wanted my coffee. I'm just looking down inside of expecting coffee, and there's water in there, which means my Yeti with the coffee's either on my desk or still in my truck. You don't know how disappointed I was when I looked down there and saw water, not coffee. Like when I said, "Oh, geez, I can't get off the air." I couldn't have, a couple of minutes of just, nothing here. So I'll just have to wait until after the Butch and Bob show to enjoy my coffee. And got a little cold this morning, down 30, 31, 32, basically according to where you live right now. We're at freezing 32 degrees, looking for a high today of 69, and low tonight of 44. There's a lot of frost out there on top, on the roofs and stuff like that. Not really on the ground, but on things a little higher, top of mailboxes and things of that sort. I guess we should be getting close to our last freezing temperatures of the year, hopefully.
We always have that cold.
We always have things bloom out. Everything blooms out. It warms up, and then boom, here comes this frost. I remember when Ed Exley had Farmers and Gardener Supply. He always said plant right after Easter.
Right.
That's when you plant, right after Easter. Don't plant before Easter. Right after Easter.
Because you always get that cold snap.
You always get that cold snap. Right. Yeah. Ed actually knew what he was talking about.
He's been in it how many years?
Well, he's retired now, so. But he was in it for a long time. He was in the farmers and gardener business there for a long time and knows what he's talking about. But I always said plant right after Easter, so. He's a wise man. Ed Exley, a wise man. Okay. Remember, folks, if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, you can always text those into us here on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, or at any time at our regular business line. It's text-enabled. You can text the number 912-427-3711, 912-427-3711. All right, it says, Bob.
Oh, Lord.
No, this is just information. You were expecting something else, weren't you, Bob?
I don't know what to expect.
You don't know what I'm going to say when it starts off, Bob. Bob, we are moving the Winter Blues golf tournament 1 week later. I'll send updated flyer later today, Raymond. So instead of whatever weekend it is, they're extending it.
March the 9th.
March the 9th. Yeah. That's when the Winter Blues golf tournament will be March 9th.
I wonder why they're moving it.
Why are you moving it, Raymond? Let us know. You give us the what, give us the why.
I had to check the baseball. March 2nd was working out for my schedule, so I don't know what March 9th. I have to check the baseball schedule.
It's Dr. Bennett's funeral.
Oh, that's what. Okay. That's a good reason.
Yeah. So, moving it up to March 9th.
That's right.
Winter Blues golf tournament, not March 2nd, March 9th.
Yeah, March 2nd is the ceremony for Dr. Bennett.
I mean, March 2nd, yep, and moving it to March 9th. Right. Yep.
Understand. Thanks for letting us get.
Okay.
But I get to do flyers, so I can throw this flyer in the trash, what he's telling me.
Yeah, you can just cross the date. Just 13. Cross the date. You just change it from March 2nd to March 9th, and all the other information on there is still the same. So here's a pen. just mark out that date where it says March 2nd. Put 9 right there. You don't have to cross out the entire March. You can just put okay. There you go, Bob. Now you got it. Now he's going to send you a new flyer in case there's any other new information too. Could be some more new information on there. Okay. All right, Valentine's Day. You got any special plans for Valentine's Day, Bob?
Yeah, Mark Sarge is cooking lasagna tonight at the country club. They got a big event at the country club. So.
Oh, big event, Valentine's event at the country club tonight.
I know how a good cook Mark Sarge is. He's had many tailgate parties in Athens that I've gone to. That he's just an excellent chef. So. Now,
is he cooking in the kitchen or outside, or where's he cooking? I mean, he's not a chef there.
I don't know where he's cooking it at. I just know he's preparing it.
He's preparing a Valentine's dinner.
It's a lasagna menu, and he's the chef, so that's my plan, to head down and get some delicious lasagna from Mark Sardich. I call him Sergio, like Sergio Gosar, because he plays a lot of golf.
So this is a little private party type thing here, huh?
I don't know if it's private. I know it's country club. I mean, members of the country club
members of the country club can come. So be lots of lasagna there.
Yeah. That's the menu. I haven't seen the whole menu, but that's the main course. So
okay.
I think they got some appetizers and desserts, and sounds like a good place to be tonight. So that's
it does. It does.
I know what kind of cook Mark Sardich is. He's good. He's excellent.
He's excellent. Huh?
The man knows how to cook.
Not me. Not you.
I definitely not.
You and me, we do not know how to cook.
No.
Nope. That's the reason why we always have to, have somebody else cooking for us.
That's right. But that's the plan tonight. They've got a big Valentines dinner planned at the country club. Mark Sturdish is the chef. Lasagna is the menu.
Yeah.
With appetizers, desserts.
Well, I'm sure he'll use the kitchen there.
So.
Yeah, he'll use the kitchen there.
I'm not sure where he's preparing it, but he's the chef.
Okay. Lasagna. Love me some lasagna.
Yep. Sounds very good.
Okay. Coming up on March 10th, the Jessup Presbyterian Church. Presbyterians are kind of their heritage comes from Scotland. Okay, and the Jessup Presbyterian Church has this every single year. It's the annual Scottish Heritage Celebration. It's going to be on March 10th, and everyone's invited to it. If you've never been to it, folks, it's quite an experience. Do you have a kilt, Bob?
No. I do not have.
You do not have a kilt, huh?
No.
Okay, Bob does not have a kilt. Okay, how about a tartan? If you're not from Scotland, you probably don't have a tartan, which is the cloth theme that goes around your shoulder and around. It's basically your family's colors in a sense. That's what a tartan is. It's your symbol in a sense of the material's got the different plaid color to it, but your different colors in there basically says what clan you're with. Okay, and so before the services, if you go by Jessup Presbyterian Church on March 10th, if you ride by there, you'll see a bunch of guys standing outside in front of Jessup Presbyterian Church with their kilts and tartans on, and I'm sure there's going to be a bagpipe player there, and everybody's invited to come to it. Please come worship. Please come worship Jesus Christ with us on Heritage Sunday, March 10th. There will be pipes. Presentation of the Scottish tartans, authentic Scottish dinner menu, and presentation of our fundamental Presbyterian beliefs, reunion with members, relatives, friends of the church. But everyone is invited. If you have a kilt, wear it. If you have a tartan and would like to process it, bring it. But it's interesting that Scottish dinner afterwards, after the services there at Jessup Presbyterian, you go to the social hall and you get to eat authentic Scottish food. I stuck with the ones I knew. Some I had no idea what they were. But they do have little descriptions down there. They'll have a name of it and they'll describe what it is. Okay? And then you decide from there if you want to eat that particular plant or animal. But it is quite an experience there. The annual Scottish Heritage Celebration, March 10th at Jessup Presbyterian Church on Brunswick Street. Everyone is invited. Okay, I've been to it a few times before, and it's quite an experience.
Good event.
Yeah, good event. Yeah. Yep, not being Scottish. I mean, I'm pretty. If you're not Scottish, you're really not going to have a kilt unless you're just a good bagpipe player, and of course that kind of fits the costume that you would wear playing a bagpipe. I like the way they sound. I like bagpipes.
Yeah, I do like bagpipes.
Yeah, I like the way they sound. But that just we just got that announcement in. I just wanted to pass that along right there on March 10th. But it's quite a good experience. You get to see the Scottish heritage before the services, and then afterwards you go to the social hall and enjoy a Scottish basically buffet. You go around and pick out the different items you want with a complete description below what the item is called, because there's some different names on there. They didn't put the menu on here or what some of the names of them are, but it's quite an experience. All right, let's see here. You're listening to the world famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup. Did you see where Bill Cosby said that prison is an interesting experience?
He's not in his right frame of mind. So I don't listen.
You don't think so? He said. He also said that he'll never feel remorse.
Just sad to see Bill Cosby in prison. Just like I said, grew up Bill Cosby, big fat Albert fan.
Yeah, he says he won't feel remorse because he is a political prisoner.
That's it.
A political prisoner, Bob. That's what Bill Cosby thinks is the reason why he is in prison.
Just sad story, but it is what it is.
He's 81. It is a sad story. But it's just so interesting, some of the comments that he's making there while he's in prison. Do you think he's got all his bricks lined up in a row, stacked up correctly there in his brain up there in prison, or do you think a few of them have fallen off the wall?
I have no idea. I just know it's sad.
I have people tell me all the time some of my bricks have already fallen.
And where he's at now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sad story. Sad to me anyway. Like I said, I was a big Bill Cosby fan growing up.
Oh, yeah, everybody was.
I mean, Saturday morning I had to watch Fat Albert. That was my favorite cartoon. That just loved those cartoons. Like I said, and he had the Cosby Show, but he did a lot of comedy skits too. Like I said, I remember watching his comedy specials. I mean, he was a funny man. He talked about that story about going to the dentist. That was one of the funniest skits I've ever seen.
Right. Mm-hmm.
He was just comic genius, but now he's in prison at 81 years old. It's just sad. But it is what it is.
Okay. We'll probably get a press release from Buddy Carter soon, and maybe from our senators. Well, we know one of them is Johnny Isaacson. The other one, you never see or hear from him, who our U.S. senator is. We got one, Johnny Isaacson. We got another one named something another, and then we've got our Congressman Buddy Carter. But there looks like they're getting ready to vote on that compromise bill that they've been working on to keep the government going. And Trump says he might sign it. He's not happy with it, but
the deadline's tomorrow, right?
Yeah, but he'll get the money from somewhere else. He says to build the wall if. Since it doesn't seem like it's in this, the secret committee who hid behind doors without the leadership there, apparently. But you know good and well the leaderships on both sides were, pulling the strings. And so it's a way for both sides to save face, saying that we're just going to go by this compromise bill that's been put together by these is it senators and representatives from both sides of the aisle, and go from there. Do you ever wish that the politicians up there would just act civil?
I just can't watch it.
I'm to the point where I'm tired of it. It's just
watch it. Don't have time for that foolishness.
You just get tired of the way they behave and the way they act and the way they talk and all that. You just
like I told Bill Werkheiser, I'm glad the state government's not like that.
It's
amazing how smooth the state government runs. I mean, they don't have all that bickering. At least you don't see it, hear about it. But nationwide, all it is just straight down party lines. Can't get along. Don't discuss anything. It's just in a constant battle. So it's kind of sad to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't watch it.
Okay.
That's why there's ESPN and Fox Sports, and NFL Network, and all those channels.
All the sports. Well, you got a lot of things going on in sports.
About that. They got all these packages on TVs. Can they just get a package where you just get a sports package and just don't have to have all these 250, 300 channels I got to pay for?
I don't know. Yeah. Well, the internet's making it where you can slim down, stream down, cut down the number of channels that you want to get instead of having to go with the DirecTV dish or cable that gives you 300 and something channels, and you have to pay for them, and maybe you watch 10 of them.
That's what I'm saying. I got DirecTV, and I think there's maybe 5 or 6 channels that you watch on a regular basis. The rest of them they're just there for.
They're just there. Yeah, they're just taking up space.
Costing me money.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
That's hard to believe too.
Did you ever go out and get yourself a big flat screen TV?
I do. Yeah.
You got one, so it's nice and clear, and you learn how to use the remote and all that kind of stuff.
Like I said,
you're technically in tune with it.
Once I learned how to use the DVR, I DVR everything, so I don't have to watch the commercials.
So you DVR everything, so you can watch it on your schedule, your convenience.
Right.
Okay.
You don't have to watch the commercials. But that's my favorite. I'm glad somebody taught me how to do that. They had to teach me how to do it.
They had to teach you how to do it.
But once I learned, I'm a quick learner. But It's a nice thing to have. You can watch, don't have to worry about missing your show. You just DVR it. So it's good.
I don't watch any shows.
But I just want
none.
I want these cable companies, I just want them to come up with a sports package or sports and news package where you can just give you 20 channels for a decent price and get all those other channels off my TV.
Well, a lot of people are cutting the cord these days, and say cutting the cord, that means cutting cable and Dish and DirecTV, or the streaming through internet with Netflix and Hulu and some. I don't know what they are because I don't have any of them.
But you got to pay for all those services, right?
Yeah, but it's not very much compared to what that is. And then, of course, a lot of people are going back, and you can believe it, back to free TV. They're getting their antennas and sticking them up, and they look a lot better than they did back in the old days. And you can put them up there, and WTOC and SAV and the Fox channel, and all of them, all four of them from NBC, CBS, Fox, and ABC, all have 3 channels each. It's just not 11, 28, 3, and all that. They all have 3 channels and 22. They all have, because of the digital age, they all have 3 channels each. So, that's let's see here, that's 8 channels. That's a lot of channels right there. And then, of course, you got public, and then you've got some other ones you might be able to pick up off air that the antenna might be able to pick up. And you can pick up a lot of there, and then if you can pick up through the internet, I know if you got a smart television, I've heard you get your phone or tablet and you stream down through it, and it sends the signal automatically over to your TV, and what you're watching on your tablet or smartphone will come out up on your big screen. So I've heard.
I gotta have TV, but I just want somebody to come up with a package where I just can get rid of all these channels I don't ever watch. Because it just seems like a waste of time.
Well, the cable companies and the dish companies, they make money by doing that because these companies pay them a certain amount for every subscriber they have. So the more channels they have on there, the more money that DirecTV and Dish and DirecTV make. And then of course they turn around and charge us a subscription fee to be able to get that. So they're making money both ways. That's one of the reasons why you have so many channels on there.
But I don't need them.
I know you don't. It was a year ago the last time I had anything like cable or DirecTV. I don't have any of that. I don't have DirecTV. I don't have nothing hooked to my television except for my DVD player. That's it. That's it. That's the only thing that's hooked to it. Yeah, my television weighs enough. It's like a boat anchor. Nobody could walk into the house and walk out with it by themselves. That's how heavy the thing is. They'd have to have a partner with them. And so I've got that hooked up there and watch the movies when I can, every now and then. And but I don't have DirecTV. I don't have Dish. I don't have cable. I don't even have an antenna stuck up outside yet. I guess because I'm in the media all day long. And you hear in the news, you hear in the sports, you're getting the entertainment news and all that. I don't really need that when I get home. I haven't had a regular television program in years. I couldn't even tell you what was on.
Certain shows I just got to watch.
I know there's certain ones you just got to watch, and there's a lot of folks like that. And I used to be that way years ago. I had to watch NCIS. I just loved that. And in the 80s, there was Magnum PI and Dallas and Falcon Crest, and you had all these different ones back in the 80s. But as I've gotten older, the less I've watched them, to the point where I don't even have anything hooked to my television other than my DVR player, or DVD player, excuse me. I'm just amazed, Bob, that you learned how to record those things and play them back. It's so much simpler now than it was in the 80s. In the 80s, it was very complicated. Do you remember that scene from City Slickers when they're riding on the horses and they're next to the cows, and you got one of the characters trying to explain to the other character how to record something on your recorder? And one of them said, and he couldn't quite get it, and one of the other characters said, "The cows even know how to do it now," and he still can't figure it out. Those were a little complicated back then, but today's ones are very easy to record.
I'm just glad somebody talked to me. Like I said, for years I fought the DVR, but somebody taught me and said,
Faulty.
get one.
That's great.
I didn't have one, but now I got one, so I know how to use it. So
yeah, and you have pause on yours
show.
where if you can pause the show, get up and go get you something and come back. Yeah, you do that too?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Anything locally news-wise that's going on that we should keep an eye on that's happening?
Not really.
Not really?
It was a busy week today. They had the court case that ended the mistrial. I said the state of the education event was good by the chamber. Enjoyed that. I said both Dr. Jay Brinson and Glenn Diver did a good job talking about the dual enrollment program. It's just amazing how students are available to have that dual enrollment where they're taking college and high school courses at the same time. They both get credit for both. So just a lot of kids involved in that program.
There are a lot.
It's nice to see that the state of Coastal Pines is just a great asset to this community, and the enrollment continues to increase now that they got the nursing program. So a very informative program by the chamber on Tuesday. Enjoyed that. So
okay. And when will they make a decision on the track?
I said they're waiting.
There hasn't been I don't think they've set a date yet because they're waiting for the report, right?
They said it's going to take 30 days to get the survey. So he said he's tried to get it back as quickly as possible, but I haven't heard when.
We're talking about the new track.
The architect, right? So.
Yeah, built for Wayne County High School, whether it's at the stadium or next to the school, across the street from the school, or even in front of the school, where the parking out there used to be. Where so there's a lot of different places they're looking at. Yeah, so. Yeah, I can't really make a comment on it because I'm not part of the study committee. I don't have all the information on it, but I'm sure all that'll be passed along on the meeting they decide to vote on it.
The architect's kind of basically saying it's not going to fit inside the stadium.
Without moving the bleachers.
They said they could do it, but who knows. But that decision, I said, they got to wait for the architect to come back with. He's got to do a survey on, because I said, I didn't understand why they didn't have all that information at that meeting. I thought they knew if you're going to build a track, you got to have a pole vault, long jump, high jump. I thought that was.
We talked about that. Where are they going to put all that? Right. You and I talked about that. Where are they going to put all that? So the other thing is, and the coach mentioned it's going to be one of them rubber tracks. You cannot have heavy walking. Tons of walking on a rubber track. You can have the regular use of it for walking and the track meets and stuff like that. But what I'm talking about is at ball games and at graduation and other big events they have out there. That's not made for a lot of just regular, just thousands of people walking on it, and definitely no vehicles on it. Not on a rubber track.
I remember having those arguments years ago when they were having that conversation. I said, you build a Taj Mahal. You're going to build a high school. You build all the stuff you need. You build the football stadium across the street. You build the baseball field across the street, the softball field, the track, the whole 9 yards. Just build it and have it and be done with it. But no, we had to cut costs. We're going to do it in the future. Well, the future is going to be 150 years from now before we see a new stadium.
We've got decent facilities right now. Of course, we know how
thanks
field is great.
Thanks to touchdown club and all that. And
but the schools can the schools put money into it?
You're not allowed to, right?
Yeah, they got to raise funds other ways.
Yeah, right. You're not allowed to because it's.
As we say, Bob, it's always about the money.
It's always
about the money. You follow the money trail. You follow the story. You follow the.
Like I said, eventually the bleachers at JC Stadium have to be replaced anyway. A new press box going to be built. They're going to have to continue to renovate that stadium if it's going to be there for the next 15 years. I thought
they renovated the press box a while back.
They did it. They built a visitors press
box. But I thought they renovated. You're upstairs, further up now. I thought it was No, it's still rocks and roll up there.
It's going to fall over eventually. That's my fear. Every time I go up there, it's just going to fall.
Down comes Bob and Joe. Hold on, Joe.
It's not real sturdy, I'm telling you.
We're going down.
That's my fear. In fact, I have nightmares about
it. You have nightmares about it.
That's how I die. The press box falls over and I die in the crash. It's an ugly nightmare.
Well, there's counselors around here, Bob, that can help you with that.
I wake up in cold sweat.
So to help Bob out, we're going to have to build a new press box before.
I thought they could build a brand new press box right there, and they could have it where you could do the football game out one side of this press box and do the baseball game on the other side.
No, you couldn't do the game from the outfield.
Yeah, you could. I mean, it'd be a great view.
You tell me one press box out there at a baseball field that's not behind home plate.
There's a lot of places to do it in the outfield. a
Okay,
good
Bob,
view.
if you say so.
I mean, it's better, center field's got a better view of home plate than
It is, but area press box.
we're not behind home plate.
Well, not right behind it, but you're right there. I mean, I'm talking about directly behind it. I'm talking about you're behind, somewhat behind the back. I know I know where you are, Bob. You're right to the left of it. Okay.
We're not behind.
You're down halfway down third base.
Right.
Okay.
We're not behind.
But you're not in the outfield.
It'd be a nice view from out there. It'd be good.
Yeah, I can see Bob out there, and you're way out on the other side of the fence of the outfield, and the pitch is thrown, and they call a strike, and you're saying, no, that was a ball right there, and you're 300 and something feet away from it.
Got binoculars. It looks good. Way outside. Umpire's blind.
Yeah, you're 350 feet away, and he's 2 feet away, and
he's still blind.
Well, Bob, I think we need to end on this. This show's going downhill fast. WIFO 105.5 FM and just the Big Dog Country Radio, the world famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear, by Murphy Builder Supply on Northeast Broad Street, by the Wolf Animal Hospital on West Cherry Street, and by the Women's Health Center located on Cherry at Broad Street in downtown Jessup.
The world famous Butch and Bob Show.